Hello again everyone and welcome back to The Witcher 2. We're back here in Flotsam. So the town just suffered a Kieran attack. Let's have a read about that. So what about the monstrosity of Flotsam? Well, Geralt heard that a beast had attacked a man on the pier. Driven by professional curiosity, he went to investigate. Indeed, it was as the people had said. The unlucky victim lay on the pier. A riled crowd surrounded him and was commenting on the event. Among the onlookers stood the sorceress Seal de Tanseville. The Witcher and the Sorceress exchanged but a few words before she asked Geralt for help in hunting down the dangerous beast. First, they needed to identify the species. An elf named Cedric was said to be the most knowledgeable about the local wildlife. Okay. Characters. Triss Marigold. I was not there at the time. Oh yeah, I was seeing that. Nobody was surprised that Triss knew Seal de Tanseville. A more attentive observer would certainly have noticed the chill in their greetings, as well as Triss's evident dislike of her elder colleague. Yeah, you can tell that, can't you? So John Natalis. It seems that every other person you meet took part in the last war against Nilfgaard. Such are the times in which we live, yet we best remember those who made their mark in the annals of their conflicts. John Natalis, Constable of Temeria, is one such person. Supreme Commander of the cumulative forces of the north of the Battle of Brenna, Natalis fought valiantly, commanded wisely, and contributed vastly to the victory, despite being outnumbered by the enemy 2-1, and he did not rest on his laurels after the battle. Instead, he pursued the foe, routing him nec nuntius cladis, or nearly so, leaving but a few stragglers to flee beyond the Yaruga. John Natalis was honoured richly for his deeds, and a square in Vizima now bears his name. After Foltest's death, Natalis temporarily served as regent of Temeria. And now we have Seal de Tanseville. I know from experience that magicians are not above lusting for power. Among sorceresses alone, there are many whose ambition leads them to pull strings, moving kings and other mighty forces of this world to command the elements in spectacular fashion, summon genies, bend fate, dictate royal proclamations, or at least to force others to eat chicken with cutlery. Okay. That is why magicians such as Seal de Tanseville, known as the Coviri Lorna, stood apart from the others. Lady Seal was not known to interfere in politics, at least not visibly, instead dedicating her days to research. Strict, calm, and collected, unlike other sorceresses, she did not display her feminine charms, nor did she flirt with men, jiggling her posterior before them at every occasion. Okay. Though, and I must remain true to myself here, the world would undeniably be a much poorer place without typical sorceresses. The reason for Seal de Tanseville's presence in a backwater town like Flotsam was initially a mystery, yet it quickly became clear that she had come there because of the Kieran, a river monster, for sorcerers gladly use the organs of exotic creatures as ingredients for magical preparations, and Seal was no exception. So she wants to kill them for use in her preparations and stuff. That makes more sense. Okay. So, sorceresses never do anything out of the kindness of their hearts for the simple reason that they have stones instead of hearts. Seal said that she had had enough of talking and wouldn't lift a finger against the monster until the price of the contract was set. The artless witcher would never have thought to do things that way, but since a sorceress lifting her finger can be mighty helpful in any situation, particularly ones that involve killing huge monsters, our hero went to haggle with the merchants at the harbour. Okay.
Say something.
Going somewhere, friend. Ever seen the river monster, the Kieran?
I have, but I'm not the talkative kind.
So what, talk?
The monster is
there we go.
Man with giant tentacles. Snatches men from boat decks and cattle off the shore. It's slimy like a snail, but fast as a thirsty vampire.
Lovely. Sounds absolutely delightful. So once again, this is the toll collector's house, but I thought the bookseller was the toll collector. Maybe he has his own house and then maybe a separate little shop. That would make sense, I suppose. Can't get anything more from here, I don't think. Okay. Yeah, no, nothing more from here. Right. So, What else have we got here in Flotsam? I feel like soon we should probably head down and start trying to take care of some of those contracts we picked up from the notice board. Maybe go and talk to the merchants first. That might be a good idea. At least get that sorted out and actually out of the way. Have I spoken to all the craftsmen? In fact, I kind of feel like I should go back to the tavern. No, you know what? No. Hold on. Let's try and stay focused here.
Everything in order?
This mysterious merchant still hanging around, I see. Still have no idea why he's here. Do we have enough to buy the armor from him now? It was quite expensive. No, not yet. Not yet, but soon, hopefully. Hopefully we'll get some decent
What do you want?
money for the
Heard you have
contracts.
a problem.
Ah, if only we had just one. Highways washed out, forests full of bandits, a river beast blocks the port, and tolls at a rise.
Can't help with the tolls, but the monster's a possibility.
A sorceress said the same, but we've yet to see any results.
I just
She's
need a
asked me to
price.
work with her.
And who's to pay your wage?
That's what I'm here to discuss.
The sorceress was to manage alone. You can split that reward if you wish.
Where's our
A
advance?
contract like that requires preparations. Costly preparations.
You want an advance? I've but a handful of orens now, though it should buy you plenty of drink and a few hours of ploughing.
I was thinking of the potions we'll need. Now tell me what you know about the beast.
You're the Witcher, damn it! I've no knowledge of these things.
Who could tell me more?
That ploughing elf, Cedric, most probably. He's supposed to know all about monsters.
Where can I find him?
In the village, outside the walls. Now leave me be.
Fab, so we got some more orens at least. How much more do we actually get? A decent amount more. We could now actually buy the armor. But I feel like I'm still gonna wait until we got a little bit more, just so we don't leave ourselves skint. Passing along the waterfront, the Witcher approached the merchant who was willing to pay for the beast to be slain. Geralt never liked haggling, but he did it often on account of his profession, so he managed to agree a good price. Right. So can I actually track that now? Check the map now. Don't know where this guy is, who we're apparently meant to be finding for this arm wrestling match. He says he's in the village, correct? Right, tell you what, we'll go back to the tavern first. Go back to the tavern, then we'll maybe head outside afterwards. Gotta keep our wits about us, though. And seriously, will someone sort those dead bodies out, please? It's getting very uncomfortable. No notices on the board, not surprised. Alright, any more conversation with these folks? Dandelion? Oh, here we go. Talk, I can tell you want to.
I know you. I can see you're dying to ask me. What is it?
All right, fess up. What happened to Foltest?
I was framed.
Want to know the version that is yet to make it to Flotsam? The king died in mysterious circumstances. The Witcher Geralt, his sword covered in blood, was discovered standing over his corpse.
Did you kill him? This'll stay between us, I promise.
The killer escaped before I could get him. I'm being set up.
So what are you gonna do? Run around swinging your sword hoping the killer walks into range?
I don't have to. The killer's in the forest with the Squirtle, and he knows I'm here. We'll find each other.
Geralt, please don't do anything stupid. Don't stick your neck out. If Laredo finds out you were involved in Foltest's assassination...
This is very true.
You gave Vernon a full report on Flotsam. Seen anything unusual around here?
They've got some amazing women at the brothel. You should take a look. One of them.
You know what I mean.
A town like any other. It's got a harbor, an inn, and a stinking muddy river. That's what an ordinary man would say. But we poets also look into people's souls. And things are not good. I saw a robbery sanctioned by law. Town watchmen laughing as they confiscated goods, all the while talking about how they'd finally bring order to the town. I saw drunken thugs beat up an elf woman while no one even flinched. I know these things happen everywhere, but here, it's not motivated by hatred or misguided attempts at meting out justice. People are driven by cold calculation. They're always looking for opportunities to get a little richer.
Facts.
I need information. Anything that could help me track down the Kingslayers.
I only know gossip. Things folk have been saying since Demophen's death. People are throwing out blame left and right. One day it's the elves, another the Nilfgaardians, then it's Rivians.
Let me guess. The suspects also include a Zerrikanian alchemist and a group of halflings.
I'll clear that, but the mob comes up with even better ones. Know what? Frankly, the most worrying effect of these assassinations is the chaos they've unleashed in people's minds.
What do you mean?
I mean chaos. People don't know what to think, who's good and who's evil. And these are tough times. Who knows what's going to happen?
So, Mr. Master Spy, what's new in the world of politics? Bards singing about anything interesting these days?
Eddern's in trouble. Henselt and his great army are nearing the Pontar and will ford it and strike any day.
Wow, we haven't had a war in a long time.
Like all little boys, he likes to play with his soldiers. But I don't think Kedwin will have an easy time of it. Eddern's borders are guarded by Saskia the Dragon Slayer.
Who's she? Some mercenary?
A peasant girl and self-proclaimed commander of something called the Edirnian Voluntary Militia.
That sounds ragtag.
Fighting women
but
and bards who play politics. These are strange times.
my memory's coming back.
I'm having flashbacks, Dandelion.
What have you remembered?
My own death.
I saw that with my own eyes, as I've told you many times. Yennefer gave her life to save yours. I thought you might have remembered what happened afterwards. I mean, how the devil can you be here now? I hear you, I see you, you're breathing. I mean, you're just alive.
Dandelion, I've had a flashback or two. I don't know everything yet.
Be interesting to find out more about that. What was that journal entry on the Wild Hunt? I mean, we killed the Wild Hunt in the original. Is that a character? Does it count as a character? Glossary, here we go. According to tradition and eyewitness accounts, the Wild Hunt abducts people, forcing them to join its mad gallopade on the sky. Its harvest is especially rich just before or during a great war, like a few years ago in Novigrad, when over 20 people went missing without a trace after the Wild Hunt passed. Some of the abductees managed to escape the cavalcade back into the world of the living, but the stories they told were so extraordinary that they were also considered insane. Yeah.
What's going on, Geralt?
What now? Got a
We
plan?
arrived in Flotsam, we saw the killer, we've pissed everyone off. What next?
If the Kingslayer's in your best care, we'll have to get them both.
If we go out into that forest to look for elves, all we'll find is our own death.
We'll visit Laredo as invited. Maybe a hick heading a bunch of imbeciles, but this is his territory and he could prove useful.
How can the commander of a Temerian garrison just piss all over the commander of Foltest's special forces?
The Blue Stripes aren't exactly popular among common folk, in case you hadn't noticed.
Like anyone who does the dirty work. But Laredo's a soldier.
The worst scum gets posted to dumpy border towns like this. Incompetent fools who show off their authority to a bunch of grimy peasants.
A little town deep in the forest, terrorized by Scoia'tael. You should be in your element, Roach.
Flotsam isn't just any old town, Geralt. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, and Edirn. The largest kingdoms in the north. Know what they all have in common?
The Pontar Valley, the strip of land they've been battling over for generations.
Exactly. And here's Flotsam, on the border between Temeria and Edirn, with Kedwin lying in wait just the other side of the marshes.
At the very edge of the Pontar Valley.
Stuck in the middle like a candle up the arse.
The north's most important trade routes meet here. Every caravan has to come through Flotsam, and anyone who wants to place their cargo on a boat on this section of the river has to bear Laredo in mind.
They say Henselt of Kedwin has gathered an army and is heading for Vergen. The Pontar Valley will be on fire soon, while we, Geralt, are sitting in Flotsam, the gateway to the valley.
I'd like to believe it's pure coincidence and the killer just followed the squirrels here.
Naive to say the least, Witcher.
Yeah.
So long, Roach.
It's definitely no coincidence there. Zoltan.
Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the
Oh,
engagement.
Sultan.
There I was, learning a gavotte. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
Somebody give you a job?
How are you killing time in this hellhole?
At present, polishing gems for Sheila de Tanserville. Requires precision, but it's well-paid work.
Jewelry?
Not quite. The sorceress is building a magical contraption. Spends her days staring at it. A regular magpie eyeing a copper. But I don't think she's getting anywhere with it. Got so enraged one time she dashed a vase against the wall.
Oh god.
Some temperament, those
She's a fiery
sorceresses,
one then.
I'm telling you.
Is there a good swordsmith or blacksmith here?
There's a small smithy by the wall. Quite basic. The tools probably remember the conjunction of the spheres, but it'll do for weapon repairs. They also enhance swords with runes and add ornamentation to armor. Just don't do anything that'll make you look like Dandelion at the opening of a new brothel. You can also look in on some merchants. I don't think Laredo's robbed them of everything yet.
Right. Heard of an elf named
Do
Cedric?
you know someone named Cedric?
No, we drank each other under the table last Saturday, and I barely made it home.
Where do I find him?
Most times gazing at the forest from a tower near Lobendon. Strange bird, that one, but a heavyweight when it comes to drink.
Thanks.
Okay, so we kind of know where he is. Nice to stay in
How are
shape.
those biceps holding up, Sultan?
Hard as a bull's bollocks. Arm wrestling's a dwarven pastime.
We ought to try it sometime.
I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
Let's do it.
Show me those bull's bollocks then.
Can we beat Sultan Shiva in an arm wrestle? Ooh, this guy's tough, isn't he? He is tough. He's tough, but not as tough as Geralt.
Your hand's like a vice.
It wasn't easy.
If you ever run into my old mates Yarpin or Sheldon, promise me you'll take them on. They'll be surprised.
Absolutely, I'll try and remember those
Stay
names.
away from me.
Can you just watch your tone, please? Seriously, like, do not ever speak to me again, thank you. What's down here? Loads of crafting materials, as expected. Oh, hello. This is a fancy room, is it not? It's a very fancy room. Orange. Leather, orange, a primitive nexus and beliefs. I tell you what, this is a very nice room. This is the Friend Helvik.
Don't look him in the eyes. Never.
Dyson Beaver. Oh, this guy's got storage. So if you want to, you could probably store stuff down here if you were too encumbered, like I probably am going to be at this rate. How much timber do I have? I feel like I've got absolutely tons of this stuff. Sell the pickaxe. Yeah, what am I like for timber? Quite a bit. I probably don't need that much of it. Twine as well. Got loads of twine. There we go. Just selling bits and pieces.
What do you want?
Let's play dice.
I'll play you.
Oh, so I have to beat these
Do my eyes
guys.
deceive me, or are you Witcher Geralt?
That would be me.
My cousin from Vizima claims you're good at dice.
I can play.
If word gets out that we've a good contender, better players are likely to show up. The stakes will rise. Maybe even Ina Garrison or Sandler will join us.
Who's Sandler? Never heard of that man before.
So, will you play?
Absolutely. Show us some dice.
Great. We only play for fun, but Zindrab fancies himself a master.
I won't play any old challenger.
Okay, I'll play Bendek. We only play for fun proceeds to bet money. Be careful not to roll the dice off the board. I would never do such a thing. Even though I literally did it the last time I played. Oh, he's got 4 wands. We've got 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh, we can try and get a 4. I think we'll generally have to try and get a 4. Let's get a 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. We got a 5. I think we've lost. Yeah. Unfortunately. But you know what? We'll try again.
You lose. Care for a get?
Try again though. Let's roll some dice. Let's do this. I'm pretty sure you only have to win once. So that was a pathetic roll. We got a couple of 3s, a 4 and a 5. So we can try and get a 2 or maybe try and get more 3s. What's he got? He's got 3 5s. That's not good. Try and get a 2. Oh shit! I didn't re-roll anything. Oh. I'm losing so much money.
You lose.
I know I lose. You don't have to scream at me like that. Well, he's not screaming at me, but you know, you don't have to rub it in my face. Ah, you missed the board. He's got 3 2s. He's got 1, 2, 3. He's got a straight. I don't think he's not going to re-roll anything, is he? Oh my god, we actually won. 5 of a kind. Got a achievement for that as well. Defeats another player at Dice Poker, Casimir.
Care to roll some
Or Cass, as I believe it was called in the menu before. That was a paltry roll again. Got 3 3s though. He's got 2 4s. Okay. Yeah, we'll re-roll them. Let's go for it. Let's get another 3 if we can. 4 3s. Happy days.
Your luck was in. But I want... Punch his lights out!
Defeat the burger from the inner dice pool, because this is in drab.
What do you want?
I'd like to play a dice.
Shall we roll a few?
Let's roll it. Right, give it a roll again. What have we got here? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Ah, he's got 2 5s, 2, 3, 4, and 2 5. All we need is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try and get a 5. Let's try and get a 5. Oh, we did. We got straight. Pure luck more than anything else.
You
there.
won.
Care for a rematch?
No. Try Einar Gorzel from the Craftsman's District.
Einar
Beat
Gorzel,
him,
so I have to
who
go
knows?
back and play him at
Maybe
dice.
even Sendler will agree to play you.
Thanks.
Right, cool. Defeat Einar Gorzel at Dice Poker. We will try and beat him in the next episode, or whenever we get round to him. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you have, then please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I shall catch you all in the next episode of The Witcher 2. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.